Hey everyone, Matt from Soundrolling.com. Just thought I'd do a live Q&A thing. Back in my hotel room, finished filming for today. Lots of just dialogue scenes. Still on this feature film. This is week 3, so I'm still in Spain. But yeah, videos haven't been coming out that much, so just thought this is the best time to get Q&A from you guys. And I'll just share whatever I'm kind of doing or thinking, and this helps me, in one, kind of document where I'm going and what I'm thinking about, and how I'm approaching things, and two, to kind of get feedback, I guess, from you guys, because obviously all of us are doing our own thing in a slightly different way. So yeah, get in with your questions, and hopefully everything kind of works out. So yeah, all you have to do is get in the comments, and yeah, then I'll just try and answer stuff. It was good to have lots of feedback on the video walkthrough, the car rig. We're doing a lot more car rigging stuff tomorrow as well. Really love car rigs, super easy to do, kind of set and forget. The only trick is obviously getting the levels right. So I always make sure I have a limiter on, and yeah, just try and do as many tests as I can beforehand. We actually had one scene. Hey Antonio, we actually had one scene where they were going to be singing, but it was just going to be mime. But in the end, the director liked it so much that they kept it as it was, them kind of singing over it. So we're going to try and do some tests with that later on in terms of underlaying exactly the same track at the same time, so they can cut stuff together and beef up the song a little bit more if they want to. So yeah, but hey, this is all about you guys. So ask away your questions in regards to anything. Hey Matt, how's it going? It's going very well, Alejandro. How's it going over there? It's very hot here. We're shooting in the mountains, and yeah, but it's still like 25 degrees. They told us it would be like 2, but apparently not. Yeah, so I don't know what you guys want to talk about. I guess the newest piece of gear that I have at the moment is the IEM that you saw, the G3. I haven't. I have the Lectrosonics ones. I'm getting a bit bored because they're 9-volt batteries. The packs are a bit bigger. So I think I'm going to be selling that, and yeah, selling that, and then just getting G3s instead. Just because you can get a lot of them, they just work. It's just really nice kind of setup. So yeah, I'll probably do a video, I guess, of how I set up the IEM as well. I do stuff like have a little EQ boost and stuff. The headphones that I bought aren't the greatest for the director, so yeah, they do sound slightly better through mine. So I don't know. It's a question of like audio quality, but for IEM. So I don't know. I'm still undecided, but I have one anyway, and it's good to have as kind of a spare in the pack. And G3s, you can just swap them around and just use any transmitter with any IEM, as long as you kind of turn off pilot tone and things like that. But if you're just joining, this is all about you guys. So ask away in the comments below about anything you have. Where do you EQ IEM? You can EQ it built into the pack of the G3. I think I have the SK300 edition, and it gives you a high frequency boost. I'm not sure where that kicks in. It's probably at around 10 kilohertz, so it's more for just audio clarity, in case you're wearing headphones with quite a lot of bass, I guess. So it just gives a bit more clarity, and the director, they're kind of getting into it. They kind of know it's not the kind of perfect sound. I think this is just my assumption so far, because he seems very happy with it, and the range has still been pretty good as well. Also having a lot of success just using Betso straight out of my bag. So just using one main antenna, and that's been really useful just for the range sometimes, especially around corners and stuff. Because I was having range issues, kind of changing around in various different scenes, lots of different walls, that kind of thing. So yeah, there we go. That's where I'm kind of up to at the moment. We get a week off next week, and then we're back shooting in London for 2 weeks, and then Morocco for a week. So it's still going to be pretty full on, but we've definitely kind of bitten the most out of it. So design for earbuds. Yeah, earbuds have actually gotten a lot more out of, actually, Greg, because the script supervisor's using headphones. So maybe what I should do is just get some better earbuds that can kind of hook on, and maybe that'd be pretty good. So hopefully the connection's working, but yeah, let me know about anything. I don't know what you want to ask me. Someone emailed me earlier about what you do, about if rooms are really echoey, kind of like this, I guess. And if you can't get anything to kind of dampen them down by, then try and make sure that you're using a, I don't know, sometimes cardio mics are better, hypercardioids. Shotguns generally just give a weird pattern at the end. So that's the kind of issue with that. So, but otherwise, yeah, when I'm back, I'll be back doing the daily little segments. So yeah, what about Sennheiser G3 receivers connected via line input, TA3s? What about them? I'm not sure what you want to actually know about that. Oh, let me go down to the bottom. What level do I put them at? Da, da, da. So Sennheiser G3 receivers connected via line input. I mean, basically you're having it at line input because you've already done the preamp stage has kind of already gone through. So I generally set them at 0 and then adjust the pack accordingly. And then if I need to do any makeup gain, I make sure that I just do it on the mixer as opposed to the G3 itself. Because I think you can go up to plus 12. Yeah, I think no matter what, you should always have your radios on line level. Again, because they've been kind of boosted all the way up. So, good, lots of comments now. So, advantages, I guess, keep the packs where the antenna can be seen at a higher position, the better. Also, your range is going to be affected by where the pack is hidden on the talent. And also if the radio antenna on the transmitter is touching skin, it's going to actually absorb a lot of, because we're basically like water. So, yeah, I hope that helps. It keeps saying I have a very bad connection occasionally. So hopefully this is not skipping out and you're getting the full answer. But other just advantages, TA3 is perfectly acceptable. Just get the right inputs. They should be on line level anyway, and it keeps your 3 slots at the top for booms or other mics that you need. So Andrew, hello Matt, about to go on my first ever shoot in a while after being in the post sound. Nervous and excited. Yeah, I hope I have everything covered. Yeah, Andrew, it's very simple. Again, just kind of start with what mic you're going to use, where you're going to point it, and then kind of work your way down to the mixer, and just make sure that you're plugged in, everything's fine, you're hitting levels in between 20 and 12, have your limiters on. I always have a limiter on, and I think it kicks in as a soft knee, which means that it slowly curves down and gets stronger the louder it is. So soft knee from like 15, so that's minus 5 dBFS, and so it would slide down there, and generally that's fine for anything that's kind of peaking. So here we go. I just bought the Zoom F8. This is Alejandro. Finally started using it this weekend. Notice time code always goes back to 0 after I shut it off and turn it back on. This is because you're on free run and you're on 24-hour run. That free runs just like a normal clock, keeps ticking around and around and around. Whereas free run itself will always go back to 0. So I always have 24-hour free run on, and that means that it just takes whatever my clock is and it keeps doing the clock. So if I turn it off, it'll obviously hold for a certain amount of time until I think it's like 10, I don't even want to guess what it is. I should read the manual. And then after a while it'll kind of die, it'll try and keep roughly in sync, and then you just jam it again. So Greg asks, time code to camera, do you provide the adapters BNC to LEMO? Does camera normally come with an adapter? I always provide everything because I'm not going to rely, even if I brought a time code device, I wouldn't rely on it on camera just for that, because if you turn up without it, it looks like you've forgotten something. So definitely it's worth buying the connectors and things Time code pays for itself. A lot of people I know, it's very annoying buying like a 50 quid cable, but it does pay for itself. That's the thing at the end of the day. So it's always good to bring all the connectors. In fact, I need to buy some more because some of them break, all this kind of stuff. So yeah. Seen the release of the new SD Mix Pre yesterday. Any thoughts? Actually, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen anything on it. So I will go and look that up. Actually, I have my computer right here. So I might look it up right now. So yeah, new Mix Pre. Mix Pre came out a while ago, so I'm not sure what you mean by new, but let's see on the site. Any other questions, do keep them coming in. I'll keep this going for about 15 minutes, so you got about 4 minutes left. And then we will do it. I just ordered the Mix Pre 10T. Oh my god. I didn't realize that there was a Mix Pre. Yeah, Mix Pre 10. Oh, fancy. Yeah, I do need to do a video on this. So yeah, it looks very big. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no wonder they probably had this rolled out already, and they basically just want to fine tune it. Flexible powering, that's good. Routing, that's always very nice. I love the auxiliary ports for routing, auto copy. Oh yeah, okay, so it just records back to the USB thumb drive. That's a nice feature. Compact design, yeah, it definitely looks bigger. Everything seems to fit in. Metering as you know before. Flexible wireless control, intuitive operation. I wonder how much it costs. Right panel, left panel. So you basically get 8, and then is there like a 10-pin stereo, I guess, maybe? So, yeah, Mix Pre 10T. There we go. 2000. There we go. So, yeah, but the F8, this is the thing, even the F8 was like 900. So I think a lot of people are still going to be going with Zoom, but again, really good for the limiters. Interesting if you can configure that front layout. Touchscreen, I'm sure people will like. And yeah, it's basically becoming an all-in-one unit. And it's just interesting just to see generally in the audio world everything start to just fill out from every single conceivable option in between. So, and yeah, that's what I also need to buy as well, the Wingman app, because that looks pretty funky. Advanced mode. Yeah, that's what you want. More experience. Yeah, MS recording. Phase inverts. It's quite useful. Headphone presets. That's nice. Channel linking. Nice. Powerful USB interface. Yeah, that looks very good. £2,000. It's going to be feature comparison. Let's see. So yeah, the 10, the 6, and the 3. Okay. So the auto copy is a very nice feature as extra. 192s. Yeah, got to be a given anyway. 2 USB ports. Maximum streaming is 2 in, 2 out for Windows. Okay, 4060 low cut filter, analog limiters, which is nice. Output limiters are digital. Cool. Anyway, guys, ask any final questions, and I'll cut this short because otherwise it's just me reading the screen. So I don't want to do that. It doesn't have almost. Wingman is. Oh, it is free. Yeah, to download, but you actually need the USB. Ah, yeah, it'll be free with this because it's built in. Got you. Yeah, because I need to buy the actual dongle to like go with my 688 because I think that's going to be useful. It's actually got a slate mic as well, which is more useful than you think. Cool. So, any final questions, guys? Get them in right now. I will try and do more videos like this as well. Yeah, integrated Bluetooth smart. Nice. Have I played with the Lectrosonics L series yet? I haven't played with it personally. The thing is, in the UK, they have actually like chopped the band straight down the middle. I think if the band overlapped the whole of channel 38 and above, it would be better. But you can buy it in three like blocks of 3, and so they've kind of cut it off at block 23, 24, and the top of 23 is the start of the 606 like megahertz range. and I think 24 starts at like 614. So it's just annoying having the frequency kind of cut in the middle. So I would just need to buy a couple either side. I don't know. And they're smaller, but then internal battery. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm on the verge of possibly just leapfrogging either to Wizicom maybe. I don't know. It's so tough because the Electrosonics really do sound nice. Um, I've asked this question on one of your videos. Yes, you did, Andrew. Wait, do you with the UltraSync one wave overlap in lots of functionalities? Why would you need one over the other? So what you can do, for instance, with the UltraSync ones and the wave. So the wave is just a main broadcasting unit, um, and what that is that that's constantly pumping out, and it's got a kind of stronger antenna, I guess. Whereas the ultrasyncs are just receivers, so you can treat them like advanced, like newer versions of the tentacle, in that they would both still sync to each other. You can make one a master and one a slave, and they can talk to each other. So I guess it all comes down to how you're set up, but it's going to make a bit more sense in terms of powering and in terms of just readout if it's the wave package, because the signal strength is probably going to be more powerful from the wave than anything else. So yeah, they overlap in lots of functionalities because they're working together. They're giving a lot of metadata, but just think of like that as a base unit that links onto your mixer and then is broadcasting all the time. Um, so yeah, you wouldn't need one over the other. You would need both together, if that makes sense. I've done a few videos on them in terms of how you would set them up, but essentially the wave is meant to just be the broadcasting unit, and then the ultrasyncs have all the functionality, as well as a few other functions, to kind of talk to each other or be main receivers. And it's very useful that obviously you would then plug in. You would never plug a wave into a camera. You would always have that pretty much on your bag, but you would have ultrasyncs on the camera. So hopefully that makes sense. How often do you run two booms? As often as I can, especially dinner scenes, things like that. Um, so yeah, whenever I can, to be honest, if I have enough boom ops, enough hands, or enough stands. Um, so do you know what that is in the US? Alejandro, I assume that's referring to the US blocks. So I think it's like block 21, 22, 23, or 24, 25, 26, and then there's like 19, 20, 21. I assume that that's how it's split. There's definitely three separate blocks that you can get that in. Francisco, hey Matt, how do you normally handle playback situations? Let's say I have dialogue with a band playing in the background. So what I would do is ideally I would try and get it so I can play the music or whatever's happening with the band. I would just play whatever's kind of pre-recorded, hopefully. And so I could actually plug that into my mixer and play it on my phone. And then I can feed that into the mix. And so the director has an idea, but then in the background, get them to mime or do whatever. Again, depending so much on shot and where it is and what you actually want to hear. But yeah, you could always take a direct feed and not actually feed it to a PA, and then maybe you can hear both and overlap. But generally, they'd like to remix that kind of thing in post production. So hopefully that helps. Haven't had too many playback situations where I've needed to do that though. So my experiences are limited. Okay, well, this is about 20 minutes long, so I'm going to cut this video here, I think. Thanks very much for getting in touch and letting me know about the new sound devices. Mix Pre 10, 12-track recorder. Fancy. So, yeah, might do a comparison on that. I need to do some more blog posts as well next week. So, yeah, I'm going to go also and get dinner soon. So, there we go. All right, so, guys, catch you later, and maybe tomorrow? I don't know. Basically, stay tuned, and I'll randomly be doing videos anytime answering your questions. All right, so that's me for now. See you later.